All right, we're back. It's like there was no wait at all. Starting just perfectly on schedule. We're ready to go. Okay, maybe there's been a little bit of a delay. Maybe we're starting almost 50 minutes late. But we're there. We're about to get started. We've got a stand-in in place, and it's going to be Demon who's going to be standing in for Boreal. Still unclear if they're going to have their holy moly, look at this.
Prepare for
Still
battle.
Unclear. Look at this is a level 1 Roche. Still going to be unclear if we're going to see Kikoni back online for game 2, but we've got a level 1 Roche here, and let's actually introduce the teams as we do this. So this is going to be Boreal eSports on the Dire side, going to be going for a level 1 Roche. This is for the losers bracket finals in the Dota 2 Canada Cup. So starting off with a little bit of a pocket strat here, and looks like it's working out for them. There are 4 heroes on the Radiant side close by. And will they go and check? There is an observer ward here for Boreal, so they can see Relic, Derp, Sleazel, and Goody up here on the high ground. They see the courier, oh no! And that tells them to go on in, check Roche, and we're going to have our first fight here. Fissure's going to fly out. Sleazel's getting incredibly low. Goes down to 13 HP. He will be our first blood. Jeppins gets that 1 extra auto attack off on the Enchantress. So Boreal not getting their Roche, but they will get first blood. Goody was running away down the river. Now he'll throw off an Earth Spike, which will catch Jeppins. But doesn't look like Wheel's going to be able to contest here. And not only is Boreal going to get that first blood, but now they're going to get Roche as well. Aegis will go to Jeppins. But more importantly, we take a look at the levels. We've got level 2 on pretty much every single one of these heroes. PQ actually went up to level 3. But all of these heroes on the side of Boreal are going to be level 2.5. And that's frankly the bigger benefit of doing Roshan at level 1. Is the fact that you get that huge XP advantage, and that puts you, well, 2.5 levels ahead of everyone on the other side of, well, I guess a level and a half, ahead of everyone else on the side of your opponents. See Jeppins getting stunned up there, and interesting, it is going to be an offlane Enchantress, but I didn't get a chance to introduce the team and the players, so I'll do it as quick as I can here. On the Radiant side, it is going to be Team Wheel. We've got Derp playing the Omni Knight. In the top lane, it's going to be IX Mike playing the Darkseer. Mid lane, it's going to be Relic on the Dragon Knight. And in the bottom, it's going to be Goody on the Lion and Sleazel on the Gyrocopter. For the Dire side, it's Team Boreal. We've got Jeppins, who got that Aegis from that level 1 Roche that they just did. He also got the first blood. Ooh, he needs to be careful here, losing a little bit of HP. But Sleazel not able to really control what that Rocket Barrage, or yeah, Rocket Barrage, I got it right. Hits. It just hits whatever's around you. So I'm not really able to focus fire there onto the Enchantress. But Enchantress is going to be played by Jeppins. In the mid lane, we're going to have KVH on the Shadow Fiend. He plays a really mean Shadow Fiend. He plays a lot of Shadow Fiend too. So look for big things from him. We've got Pizza Dad 37, who's been playing incredibly, and PQ has also been playing incredibly well as well. Pizza Dad's going to be on the Witch Doctor, and PQ is going to be on the Earthshaker. And then we've got the stand-in, which is Demon, who, like we were just talking about in chat, has been playing extremely well recently for Summer's Rift. But he's traditionally a support player, or at least most recently he's been playing support. But he's going to be playing the Carry Weaver this time for Boreal eSports, as he's standing in for maybe just this game, or maybe the entire series. We'll have to find out when we get to game 2. One thing worth pointing out here is this is an offlane Darkseer on the Radiant side, and I always like to draw this comparison as you always hear it talked about in terms of the offlane on the Dire side with the Clockwork, and that being a really strong lane. Uh-oh, IX Mike's going to get blocked up here. I'll have to get back to that point in a second, as he's going to go down, and Boreal is going to find their second kill of the game. As there was a nice fissure block there coming up from PQ, completely zoning off that Darkseer, making sure he had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. But now Jeppins, who's... I feel like he's been in the middle of everyone in this tri-lane for so long. And, well, he did go down. We missed that, but he has used the Aegis. And that's one of the other benefits of getting that Aegis and giving it to your offlaner. They can play so greedy and get so much extra XP, so much extra gold. So not only are they going to be starting off in a better position than they typically would, but then they're also going to be able to get even more because of that Aegis. And notice Jeppin's there, realizing that Goody was just kind of sucking him off there, stealing all his mana with the mana drain. But Jeppin says, I don't really need that mana. You know, Nature's Attendance doesn't really cost that much. 140 out of 364 pool. He's already got the Ring of Basilius finished. So his mana regen, you can see it regenning up pretty quickly here already. It's not the biggest thing in the world. So he just traded that little bit of that mana for some right-click damage on the Goody. And Sleazel was sent back to the fountain. We'll TP on in here, but we do have a gank getting set up here as PQ has made his way down to the bottom lane, but he is just going to show right now to Goody. But we've got Jeppin's diving past the tower, going after Sleazel's, dropped him down to about half, but Jeppin's lost about half of his HP as well. Nature's Attendance will heal him back up to full though. Goody and Derp going to try to run away here. Jeppin's just gets one auto attack, and now Sleazel's going to try to come in here and cut off Jeppin's, deal a little bit of damage with that Rocket Barrage, and Jeppin's, after just being healed right back up from those Nature's Attendants, will drop down to about half HP again. Relic on the Dragon Knight. Let's see how he's doing in the mid lane. He's at 17-1 right now versus KVH's 26-6. The Dragon Knight not doing too bad for himself. I wonder what the changes to Breathe Fire has on this lane. As of course with 6.83 they changed it, so Breathe Fire has a damage reduction aspect to it as well. It reduces the damage of 20, 25, 30, 35% of I believe it's only the base. It looks like it's all damage. I thought it was only base damage, but I don't know. Maybe that's just the wording there. As I'll look at the. And it doesn't seem to say that it's only base, so maybe I was just completely wrong on that. But either way, it'll reduce the attack damage coming out from KVH, so make it a little bit harder for him to last hit. But it doesn't look like he's been struggling with that too much, as he eats one raise, or Relic eats one raise there, but KVH not able to land the second. Now Goody is smoked up, trying to wrap around there. He's so close to getting revealed there by KVH. Now he's going to sit directly on top of the rune for 6-minute rune. He's going to open with the Hex on the KVH, followed up by the Earth Spike. Relic has the Dragon form popped, and he's going to try to run on in and get the stun off, but Pizza Dad is there. He stuns up the Lion, and Relic, unfortunately, he's not able to step up onto that high ground and help his Lion, as the cask from the Witch Doctor would have bounced around. So he had to abandon his Lion, and unfortunately, he did go down. Sleazel went down in the bottom lane as well, as PQ setting up a kill there, but Jeppin's getting the last hit. Now Goody, on his respawn, will TP down to the bottom lane. But now Pizza Dad's made his way down here. Gonna use an Observer Ward. In a little bit of a different position. Typically you see it used here, which actually blocks this camp as well. But that's nowhere near as important. What's about to happen is Jeppin's was going a little bit deep there, playing quite aggressive, knowing that he had PQ and Pizza Dad there. But Sleazel is able to bring down the Enchantress. A nice TP there coming out from Pizza Dad, despite being underneath the tower. He will just TP away. PQ, he's losing a ton of HP. Sleazel dropping down to 92 HP as well. But we won't see either of them fall. Let's take a look at Demon, see what he's picked up so far. Looks like he's gone straight for a Perseverance. Ike's Mike. Yeah, doesn't have that much gold at all. He's sitting on 38 last hit, so he's got to have gold somewhere. I guess a lot of that's Soul Ring, and he's got 800 gold on himself right now, but he will go down here. Demon's going to get a kill.
Radiant's top tower is under
well,
attack.
Boreal's not done. They're going to look for a kill in the mid lane as well under Relic. Not going to find it. That's for screwing TI5.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh my gosh. So, if anyone doesn't know what this is alluding to, So what happened with Summer's Rift? The Summer's Rift was originally in the TI qualifiers. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to explain this because there's too much action in this game. As Sleazel getting quite low there, but he'll get away. Goody's going to go down instead after saving his gyrocopter.
You did your best.
But they were originally... See, I'm not going to be able to see it. KVH in a little bit of right-click battle there with Relic. Relic's going to win out. Pizza Dad, will he be able to get the return kill? Looks like he will. Next Maledict tick will get the kill there.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And
attack.
now, Demon getting a kill on the top lane as well as he drops Ike's mic. But what happened was there was some roster changes going on with Summer's Rift. And there's rumors that they were going to be replacing Miracle Chipmunk with Ike's mic, which was already a little bit questionable considering why would Ike's mic, you know, when he's affiliated with Wheel right now, why would he be changing to a team like Summer's Rift when he's already in a spot in the qualifiers and everything? And knowing that changes to your roster would move you out of the qualifiers, it didn't really make sense. It didn't make sense for Summer's Rift to do it either, but that was reportedly what went on, and then there was a whole bunch of drama between some of the members didn't want the changes to go down and some of them did, and who knows. Either way, Ike's mic was the root of the whole thing, and that moved them down into the open qualifiers. As Sleazel won't be able to TP out. He's going to go down. Demon getting the kill there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But Sleazel, frankly, getting the better end of that as he was able to drop those two heroes on the side of Boreal. Ike's mic so close to going down there. Running away from the impetus, which just means it's going to do more and more damage. But of course he had to get out of there. One more attack and he surely would have been dead. But yeah, Ike's mic was kind of the center of it, but not really. He was kind of one of the outsiders. The center of it was obviously within the team. But yeah, Summer's Rift did drop down to the drop out of the qualifiers and have to go through the open qualifiers. And like I said earlier in the cast, they didn't make it. So screwing up the chance of going forward there. Relic now is going to go down here as Pizza Dad using the Death Ward, PQ using the Echo Slam. And they will combine for the kill. Took a little bit longer than I think they expected there, but they got there. Now KVH will come back to the lane and start farming up. And speaking of farming, take a look at the last hits in the top left of the screen right now. You can see all the top three are belonging on the side of Boreal. Demon leading the way at 78 and 8. KVH very, very closely behind, 76 and 11. And then to see offlane, Jeppins, Enchantress, 61 and 11.
Structures are fortified.
Obviously, the level advantage that these heroes had because of the level 1 Roche, as well as Jeppins getting first blood and having the Aegis is going to be a huge factor to that. But still, those top three farmers all on the side of Boreal means Boreal's in a terrific position to start this game off. Now it looks like they're preparing to get a gank here and push this tier 1 tower, but Wheel has the same idea as well, and we're going to see the two teams run into each other as Goody and Jeppins find each other first, and now that cask is going to be big, bouncing between Sleazel and Ike's mic, but Pizza Dad's going to be the first target. Relic going to try to bring him down, and he will. Breath of Fire will seal the deal there. Jeppins going to go down as well. So it looked like it was going to be a nice setup there from Boreal, but Wheel just brought more numbers and were able to bring down 2 heroes, but they did devote 5 heroes there, and that allowed Boreal KVH to bring down the mid tier 1 tower. Demon not able to bring down a tier 2 because he already brought down the tier 1, but he was able to get a good amount of farm there as well. Speaking of Demon, he has picked up an ultimate orb, so going for your standard Lincolns. KVH still with his staff of wizardry, and it just delivers right now with the courier. I was going to say, where's all his gold? So he's just finished his Yule Scepter. Now we're going to see the bottom tier 1 go down. No deny attempt coming out from Boreal there. But now KVH going to run in with Pizza Dad, Jeppins, and PQ. KVH is hasted. Sleazel is going to TP away. It looks like we are going to lose Goody, though. No way he's going to be able to get out of there alive. Oh! How did he... I don't know how that didn't deal enough damage to kill him. Oh no. No way. How? How did that happen? Great escape there from Goody, but oh my goodness, that must have hurt KVH. Now Relic will get stunned up by the fissure.
Radiant's bottom tower
He was going on the offensive there, trying to bring down KVH, but in the end, it's just a feed coming out from Relic. Because that's obviously not how we saw that that series of events going. And now, just as the clock hits elite 13:37, they check the Roche pit and start on him a second time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Keep in mind that level 1 Roche means that we will be getting closer and closer to our third Roche, which means the cheese. We'll be getting there essentially almost a full Roche earlier than we normally do. In fact, probably a little bit sooner, because most teams, they wouldn't be Roche around this time.
Dire's middle tower is
Obviously,
under
there's an
attack.
exception if you got something like a Drow or a Troll or an Ursa, something like that.
Roshan
Vengeful
has fallen
Spirit,
to
even a
attack.
Visage. Heroes that are going to be able to get you a fast fast minus armor through a medallion. On the back of that, they will smoke up and look to push here. To point out, or should point out, that the Aegis is on to Demon on the Weaver. And now Boreal looking for another kill. We've got Wheel playing very, very safe, very, very cautious. Relic is sitting in the Shadow Amulet there, so he is invis. And he's quite spiky invis. And now he's going to get surged, and that's going to be the key moment for them to engage. Called Out is going to come down, going to bring Jeppins down to half, but once again, those natured attendants are there to heal him back up. And looks like we are just going to have both teams not really overcommitting there. Just kind of saying, oh well, you know, we just used a couple abilities each. Let's just chill and wait for the next creep wave. It looks like that is what Boreal's going to do. It looks like they're just going to push with the next creep wave. They need to what's important about what they're doing here is they want to put a good amount of pressure on, threatening that they're going to push this tier 2 to keep as many heroes as they can from Wheel up here. And that opens up the opportunity for Demon to split push, and he just brought down that tier 2 tower. So now Wheel's going to try to engage here once again. Will Boreal be able to disengage? They're going to go on PQ instead, and that means he can't fissure disengage. And they're going to just burst him down. Finger Bang comes out from Goody to get the kill there. Now Guardian Angel coming out. A little bit of a weird timing there. I think he did it just to try and save Goody, but there wasn't another auto attack coming out. Ike Mike, holy moly, took so much damage from that impetus coming out from Jeppins. Now Relic is going to be the focus target here. Here comes the second call down. It's going to land on Jeppins and Pizza Dad, but Pizza Dad, great positioning there with the Death Ward. Will not only finish off Relic, but get some good damage in on Goody and Derp Derp. Now Demon, dive in the base. Is this Demon DotA that we know and love? It looks like it. Oh, never mind. He's just going to get the time lapse off. But that looks like that looked like a little bit of overaggression there coming out from Demon. And well, that's what Demon does. The Demon throw, but we're not going to see it. He was able to get that time lapse off. And now they'll try to get some good damage on this tier 3. Not really looking to bring it down. But any safe damage that you can get on a tier 3 is always going to be valuable. That just means you can push faster on your next push. You'll be able to bring down that tier 3 tower easier, and ultimately you'll be able to bring down the racks. So think of all those times where maybe you were in a pub, the tier 3 was down, and you were attacking the racks, and you're saying, okay, they're going to respawn in about 3 seconds or something like that, and you don't really have enough time to kill those racks, and you feel like you should be backing, but you're greedy because it's a set of racks and you're attacking them. That little bit of damage that they just did to the tier 3 means that they get that racks no problem, and it's no longer risky. So that little bit actually can be pretty big. And oh, Relic, will he be able to get the stun off here? Jeppins comes running in, throws out a smoke, but everyone is going to get popped. Now Boreal hard engaging here, trying to find some targets as Will desperately tries to run away. Relic, and actually now IX Mike going to be the closest. But he's with the rest of his team. It looks like they all were going to be able to get away. It looks like Relic would have been caught out up around here, but he did just TP to the tier 2. Notice that awareness saying, I've got to TP to the tier 2. I want to be involved. He could easily have TP'd all the way back to Fountain, but he wouldn't have been here for this fight. And that would have been absolutely huge. But unfortunately, now he's going to be fissured and blocked outside of his base. And yes, he's in Viz, but they don't have any detection, so he tries to run anyways. And now they will focus him down. And that Death Ward is going to deal a lot of damage there. Jeppin's getting the kill, but the Death Ward says it's not done as it brings down Derp as well. And Boreal in a terrific position here, leading 15-7. Top 3 net worth well in favor of them, as there's a huge gap between 3rd and 4th. 3,000 gold separating the bottom core on the side of Boreal. Excuse me, and the top core on Wheel. Now look at this. Wheel tries to re-engage. See the buyback from IX Mike, but with them not unable to re-engage there and really lock down anyone from Boreal as they try to run away, the buyback, I don't want to say it's wasted because it certainly stopped the continued push. But it's one of those things where you want to be able to get more.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And it just didn't happen. One good thing to have going for them is it is so damn early into the game. You can see IX Mike doesn't even have that buyback penalty anymore because the respawns are so short, and which also means that the buyback penalty is significantly shorter as well. Let's bring up the gold graph.
Middle tower is under attack.
Well, it's just what you expect. It's all Boreal, all game pretty much. As very close to 20,000 gold in favor of them, just over 20 minutes into the game. So almost 1,000 gold a lead a minute here for Boreal, and XP 14,000 in favor of Boreal. So Boreal going into this, they were certainly the underdogs. Everyone kind of bet on them accordingly, and thought that Wheel would easily be able to take this series. But Boreal off to pretty commanding lead to this game 1. But you always have to keep in the back of your mind, how important was that level 1 Roche? Are they only ahead because of the level 1 Roche? I don't know. I don't think so. I think they've actually been playing better than Wheel. There was that one moment when they were kind of setting up behind Jeppins in the bottom lane where Wheel really played well and did that even better counter gank to what Boreal was setting up. Now look at this. Pizza Dad coming down here to ward. But he had an escort. PQ was with him, and that wasn't the only hero. He had some other heroes with him as well. So Boreal knowing that
all wands will break.
Well, you can't just have your support venturing that far to place an aggressive observer ward by himself. So you go with them, and you still get that very forward vision that you want from a ward like that, but you also do so while keeping your support relatively safe. Certainly a lot safer than it would have been had he not had that escort. We'll quickly cycle through our heroes here to see what we've got. As there's been quite a bit of action in this game. 24 kills in 22 minutes. It's actually not that... The kill totals aren't as high as we have seen in the past, but still, there's been a lot of fight, a lot of damage exchanging hands.
Gotcha. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But we'll do that. We'll cycle through these heroes. Is Derp. I don't know. He's got a Sage's mask. I don't know what he's building into. It could just be a Yule's, and oh no. Demon's going to find him. Almost 2 shots in there, but it's going to take slightly more as the purification did get off there for Derp, but it's nowhere near enough to keep him alive. Ike's Mike's got his mech sitting on 1,300 gold in the soul ring as well. Goody, yeah, he's got not bad items for support, as he's got Tranquils, an urn, and a magic wand. You'd love to see him getting close to his blink dagger, but he's nowhere even remotely close to that. 170 gold on him there. As we see Roche go down for the 3rd time there. Demon getting the Aegis once again. Question is, who has the cheese? It is going to be on Jeppins. So the Enchantress is going to be holding the cheese for Boreal eSports. As we go back to running through the items here. As Relic has picked up a Shadow Blade, sitting on 500 gold. Whether he will go straight into a Silver Edge or not remains to be seen. Sleazel. Yeah, he had to go for the drums. A much older build for Gyro. Typically, you see people not liking to get drums on Gyrocopter anymore, but it is one of those things that's going to allow you to fight now, and that's something that Wheel really needs, as they're way behind, so they need net worth in some way that they can. And drums is going to be one of those items that's great for fighting now. It's not really going to help you scale that late, because it's more, well, it's going to become an item that you're going to have to replace. And it doesn't give you that extra benefit like a Midas does, up until the point where you sell
Radiant's
it.
bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 3 will go down here. This is the first Tier 3 to fall. Ooh, nice vacuum there. Nice wall as well. Echo's going to come out. Requiem's going to come out as well. Derp's going to go down. Guardian Angel was out, but not going to keep you alive from that pure damage. We will lose Pizza Dad as well. Derp will buy back into the game on the Omni Knight. We will have a Blink Dagger getting picked up by Ike's Mike. Is that going to be enough to hold them off? Looks like it will. PQ and Jeppins trying to run for their life. PQ will turn around and throw out that fissure, but there was a rocket in flight and Relic was on top of him. Now Jeppins juking and jiving, just wraps around those trees, comes back, does a little bit of a drive-by there on Derp, as Demon got him quite low, but nice vacuum brings both those heroes back in, and they drop them in one wave there. But we do have Demon respawning with that Aegis, and he'll get out of there. But maybe, just maybe, a little bit of a throw there coming out from Boreal.
A golden thread.
As that's going to mean that 4,300 gold goes the way of Wheel. And XP. What is that? 4,700? Yeah, 47, almost 4,600 XP advantage for Wheel there. But it's going to take a lot more than just that little bit for them to catch up. But it's certainly a step in the right direction. For Boreal, we do have the Blink Dagger on PQ, and he's now holding on to the cheese. KVH, he's gone Yule's BKB, going very defensive build. But his BKB right now is at 9 seconds, so he still has a very long duration one. And he's since picked up an ultimate orb, probably going to be building for a Scotty as his next item. Already have the Aghanim Scepter finished out as well. That means we're going to see Death Wards and attacks of Death Wards bouncing around all over the place in the team fights. Demon finished the Lincolns, then picked up a Desolator, now has a Reaver and a double damage bottle up. Oh my goodness. It's going to be very difficult for Wheel to hold their racks here. And our last hero, Jeppins, now holding onto the cheese, has Drums, Mask of Madness, and Aghanim Scepter. As that cheese keeps getting passed around.
Bottom barracks are under attack.
Sleazel engaging from above will open up on PQ, and they will find the kill on him one more time to start things off, but they're going to lose Goody in the process. And now IX Mike is going to try to run away. He's getting so low, but he's not going to be able to do so. He's going to go down. Derp's going to go down as well. And now they're going to try to go for Relic here. This is a tanky Dragon Knight, but it doesn't appear like it is, as they just do so much damage. The rack's going down. GG's going to get called. And Boreal will take game 1 of this best of 3 between Wheel and Boreal eSports for the Dota 2 Canada Cup Losers Bracket Finals. we do have at least one more game left in this series. Hopefully two. As Boreal, the underdogs going into this, they pulled out a little bit of a pocket strat, got that level 1 Roche, and it worked really, really well for them. And they kind of walked all over Wheel in this game. So now we'll look to see if maybe Wheel will be able to bounce back in game 2. And we'll also look to see if Boreal is able to get their I don't want to say their full roster, but their original stand-in, I guess, instead of Demon. Although Demon played quite well for them. In fact, he didn't even die. 8-0-5. He got a little bit crazy there at one point, but he was okay. Time lapse, calculated. He was fine. But we'll look to see how these two teams try to, or end up changing up for next game. But that's going to be it for this game, for game 1 of this series. Once again, I'm Niz. Hopefully you are enjoying the cast so far, and hopefully you're going to stick around for those next couple games. Make sure you hit me up with all those follows on all my channels and everything. All the information's below the stream. Just go click all that stuff. You'll find it all down there. Also, support the tournament, DotA2.ca, to find out more about it. We got game 2 coming up in just a minute.